Hear that, guys? It's tea day. Time to transplant. Okay, here's what I'm going to transplant today. There's a week or two before the official last frost date, but I am praying for the best. I'm also going to be digging holes for composting and farming earthworms, hopefully. So I'll dig a hole like here and put this in with some kitchen scraps and put this over it, possibly plant something in that. Okay, so I dug this hole for yet another winter squash. Oh my goodness, it looks like I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winter squashes. We're gonna have winter squashes up there. And put a little bit of this something, which is that. Just dilute it a little. Please, winter squash. Day before yesterday, I put in some sunflower seeds along here as well as some chives. So I heard that chives go well with warding off the pests that usually attack the squashes and cucumbers and zucchinis. So there's not chives, dill, and so let's hope that works. They said not to plant these too close together, squashes and cucumbers. All the cucurbits don't like to be planted too closely together, but I think the space is good enough because I'm trying to take advantage of the fence. Okay, folks, I was wondering about the snow peas because I've been seeing a lot of blossoms but nothing. But today I did see a few. So here's one, another one. There's another bigger one behind, touching the wall, and a few other little ones. So yes, I didn't realize they took that long because I feel like maybe it was before November or early November that I had planted it, and today is the 6th of February. And so this is what I did today. All done and tidied. So I washed everything, all the cups that I had the tomatoes in. I up-potted these eggplant seedlings. There is papaya or papaya, and it's kind of mixed with some sweet pepper seeds in there. Anywho, I know the difference. Let's see. Let's go over here. So I transplanted eggplant again. Here. Another eggplant over here. And as I was saying, I did the compost in bottom pot, mixed it with a little dirt, and then put another pot on top so there's no smell. I was considering just burying the compost in any part of the bed, but I thought to myself, I don't want to uproot any roots later on and disturb any plants. So I thought this is probably the most convenient way of having earthworms or some sort of worms. Listen, this garden is this one is only just a month or so old. Everything else is like at the most maybe 6 months old, if that. So there are no worms really. I've seen 1 or 2 worms in the ground. These are carrots and beets, parsnips, and I hate turnips. Don't know why I'm planting what I don't like, and I don't think anybody else really likes it, but anyway. Radishes. So I had dill planted right here, but I moved them because I learned that carrots and dill, they shouldn't be planted beside each other because of pest problems. I think the dill attracts the pest, carrot flies or something like that. So I moved all of that yesterday, and I interspersed, is that a word? Intermingled them along the fence because I understand that they're good companions for cucumbers, zucchini, and so on. So then I did here. That's a beefsteak tomato in there somewhere. That little one right there. And these are all beefsteaks. Beefsteak tomatoes, 2 heirlooms or 3 heirlooms, and some Roma. Those are tiny, but I just decided to transplant them anyway. And these, I'm not sure what they are. I think they could be cherry. They kind of got lost in the shuffle. Yeah, these snow peas are blossoming. I don't think I see anything yet, but they're looking promising. Greens are still looking good, standing up nicely and healthily. And so here I did the cucumber right there. Some more snow peas. Snow peas around, another cucumber right here. And I did some sugar snap peas, or sugar pod peas, whatever they're called. Oregon sugar pod peas. Zucchini right here. They said they really shouldn't be planted too close to other vine stuff, but listen, I'm using this fence. Winter squash, a whole lot of winter squash. I realize I'm gonna be eating a lot of winter squash, figuring out what winter squash bread, winter squash pie. I just did some sort of winter squash cheesecake in the last video. Here's zucchini and winter squash and one lone cantaloupe. Pray for that cantaloupe. Yes, it's looking a little sad. I'll fix it later. Okay, what else? All right, so this was the original bed that the greens were planted in, and my sons had helped, so they emptied the whole packet of seeds. So this was like a whole plantation of kale, mustard, and collard greens and all of that. So I kind of thinned it out a bit, some pak choy mixed in, and then I spread them over to that bed, and those are looking so good, looking so good. I am so pleased. Okay, these are the OGs, the original containers that I moved here with. I use them for moving, for packing everything and moving. So this is what I used for my original vegetables last summer to fall. So they're still doing well. Pak choy going to seed, of course. And this is the dill that took so long to come up, but I hear they're very good with brassicas. So you should plant them with any leafy vegetables or cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, that sort of thing. Celery is looking real handsome there. And yeah, so I did the beds. I planted some pods, and some flower seeds are sprinkled all throughout everywhere. Yeah, another compost bin. I just stick my Scotch bonnet in there until I transplant it into a bigger pot. I think I'm gonna just keep them in pots this year because I can't take the trauma. Can't deal with the trauma of the overwintering. I don't know. I might just get a 5-gallon bucket and transplant it into it, and then in winter I can still deal with it inside or something. I don't know. I'll see. That's another nearly a year away. Yeah. So here's another one. So every bed has a compost bin. I don't know. I used to compost in the backyard way in the corner there on the ground and just keep stirring it, and it seemed to be more effective. Because this compost, I don't, well, it's been fall and it's been winter, so there isn't much heat like this summer. It wasn't really breaking down that quickly. So, and that's my banana tea bucket. If you want to see how effective this banana tea is, I showed or I'll put the clip in of when I put the scraps from the kitchen, banana peels, that sort of thing. But this channel, Farming on the Rocks, oh, Marie, she does so great with the banana tea in her garden, and she's a hard worker like myself in the garden. Spent about 5-6 hours in the garden today. Okay, so this is where I had cleared. There is some seeds in here, thyme and lavender. That's the mint as usual. These were some pineapple guava. That one didn't make it through the, I'm not sure if it will make it through the frost. And in this bed I have a few herbs, I think some thyme and cilantro and stuff, but I really have some of the peppers seem to be alive, so I just prune them down. And I planted a couple cherry tomatoes and string beans. There's string beans in here. These are more herbs. I'm just leaving them untowed so that they can probably germinate a little better. There's only thyme in this one because I really need more thyme. Who doesn't? Heartbreak coleus, what we call Joseph coat in Jamaica. Scotch bonnet. Oh, that's so nice. It's my favorite Scotch bonnet tree. Another heartbreak coleus right here. And I'll take you. Oh, let me show you the carrots. I don't know. This lime tree is looking a little sad. Whew. I cleared this stem, the root area, yesterday, fertilized, gave it some more air, cleared all that stuff, and then remulched. Okay, signs of life. The potatoes, I unbagged them and put in some more compost and thing. There was, I think, just a little too much biochar. Still looks like too much, but it just looks that way. It isn't. So I'm kind of hopeful that those will come. The carrots that were transplanted, of course, that didn't work. The other carrots, they're standing up. I haven't really looked at them. But hey, even if it doesn't work out, I like carrot tops. They're pretty good in salads and stuff, so that's good enough for me. I haven't even been gardening for a year yet, so I'm pleased with it. The beets aren't not looking bad. I know they're growing very slowly. And I did this little bed, made this little bed a few days ago that I have zinnias. I transplanted a little mint in there. Lots of zinnias, and I even tried for the third or fourth time some callaloo. So we'll see if it works this time, because I don't know. Everyone keeps warning, careful with the callaloo seeds because they will germinate everywhere in your yard. I haven't gotten one to germinate, so we'll see. And I did some okra seeds in that little corner, so hopefully we'll see that. Okay, here's the bed. Some zinnias that I did threw in here, seeds from, I think, sometime in the fall, November or something. I think they're coming up nicely. And I threw a whole lot of other seeds. Snapdragon, I don't even know what type of seeds they are now. It was just a lot. I cleared this entire front bed, swept it all out from the mulch, and added, integrated some good fertilized soil and some 10-10-10 and compost. Stirred and buried everything. There was actually shredded paper in the compost, so they're little snows, but I tried to bury as much of them as I could. The palms did not make it, so I trimmed them down. I could not deal with the frost and the freeze. There was another one at that end of the garage. So I just trimmed them down. Whatever happens, happens. So I decided I'm going to put some vegetables in the flower bed. So I did some carrots, 2 rows of carrots right there, because it's very soft and deep. And I did some string beans again right here, but everywhere else there is flower seeds scattered all around. So we'll see what pops up in a few months. One seed pack said 300 days, so that's almost the end of the year. Can't remember what that was.
So that's it for today, and thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye.